Hey gang, it's Brian Johnson with Revenue Domains Exposed, and today we're going to talk about the very foundation of the program, and that is the expired domain name, and why it's so important, and why it really is the cornerstone of this whole process working. Now, before we get into that, I want to back up and just give you a little bit of information as far as the marketplace. You know, what's available, what's coming up at auction, how much are these expired names going for, and can we get in and can we make some waves with a few bucks? And what's interesting is you'll find that most of the people that are at the domain auctions are in the sub-niche of internet marketing called domainers, and they're primarily looking for expired domain names based on the value of the name alone. In other words, can they take just the domain name? Does that name have any value that someone else might want to buy in the future? Let's take a great example. Usedcars.com. Short, memorable, based on a two-word phrase. I'm sure that name today would probably sell for thousands of dollars. And if that were to come up at auction, there would be all kinds of people bidding on it. And the chance to get a name like that for dirt cheap is probably nil to you're never going to get it. However, there's plenty of expired domain names that come up at auction that they just don't possess that pure domain name value. In other words, maybe it's a .net or a .org or a .biz or a .us. Maybe there's hyphens. These types of things, different extensions, hyphens, long names, tend to lower the pure domain value. And as these things happen, the domainers are less likely to bid on these names, just because who really wants to buy bestUsedCars-forever.us? Probably nobody. However, what I like to do is I've gone ahead and I've done a lot of research on what are the commonalities of high-ranking websites in Google and Yahoo and MSN. What are some of the attributes that all these sites possess? I like to take that information and then I apply it to those expiring domain names. So ultimately, I really don't care if the domain name is not a .com. I don't really care if there's a dash or a hyphen. I really don't care if it's 20 characters long. As long as it contains some of those commonalities that are usually found among high-ranking sites, I can make a pretty good guesstimate that if I do a good job as a webmaster, I'm going to be able to take this domain name, launch a site, get it done in 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, and at that point, I should probably be able to receive some search engine traffic. That was the whole premise of when I started with this. And coming from more of a search engine optimization angle, I know what these commonalities are. Things like the age of the domain name, the quality of the links. Now, pure domainers, they look at the number. Now, I'm more interested in what kind of links are pointing to that domain. Is it a quality link? 3 or 4 strong links from authoritative websites can really lend a lot of credibility, which can then go on and offer decent search rankings and bring you tons of traffic. So these are the things that I look for. And it's fantastic because most of the domainers, they don't really care about those things. They want to buy that great .com address, that short name. They want to buy it for $500 and they want to sell it for $10,000. Now what I want to do is I just want to find a domain name in any niche at all that is commercial in nature. In other words, scrapbooking is a great example. I actually have a scrapbooking site, and the site probably makes $200 or $300 a month, and I sell, I'm selling these little scrapbooking kits to moms and women through eBay, and I'm making 30 cents a winning bid, but I have enough of them, and I'm also getting people registering for eBay, and I'm making some AdSense commissions along the way. And because I was able to find a very old expired domain names with some quality links, and I built the site based on the things that Google tells me to create the site on, the site is driving about 200 to 300 visitors a day. And my visitors have a need, they're looking for something, they're finding it on my site, and they're taking action. And it's that action that's making me this money. Now, as I've mentioned, I'm probably making $3,000 $4,000 a month with the sites I actually built months ago. And now I'm taking the cream of the crop, probably like about 10 sites out of about 50, and I'm kind of taking those to the next level. I'm investing more time, more energy, and I expect those rankings to continue and to increase, as will the traffic, and thus my income. So that's really the key here, is we're buying these expired domain names that most people just don't see value in. But we're looking for different attributes than the name alone. We're not just interested in a great domain name. We're interested in things that may help the site rank well, the site that we're going to build quickly and easily with WordPress. So that's really it today. That's kind of what I wanted to share. I wanted to share with you some of the ideas behind the course. Now, in the next video, we're going to go over the domain is yours. You found one of these great domain names. Let's say you bought it for 20 bucks. And we're going to talk about successfully launching a site to do well in the search engines and the types of things you can do to help ensure your site ranks well. So look for that in your email box tomorrow. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care, guys.